Hi everyone, this is Praktis Sumatif, paper 2, question number 5. So a piece of metal sheet has a dimension of 60 by 120 cm. So 60 cm, 120 cm. Two squares of side X are removed from the metal sheet as shown in diagram 1. And then the metal is then folded along the dotted line and it will form a scoop-like container. Okay, let's just sketch the diagram. So we have an idea of how does it look like. Let me just slide up. Okay, so when we fold this one, it will form the scoop that goes like this. Okay. Right, whereby over here, the height, the depth of this container is X here. And this side must be 60 minus X, whereas the one in the middle, because this is X, so we will have 120 minus 2X. So we need to show that the volume of the scoop is given by the function given there. So how do we find volume in the first place? The volume of the container will be the length times the width times the height. So we have 120 minus 2x, multiply with 60 minus x, and multiply with the height x. And let's simplify 120 minus 2x by factorize the 2 out. So we have 60 minus x. Isn't it the same as the 60 minus x here? So we will have 2x. This one, we expand, we will have 3,600 minus 2 times 60 times x. So 120x plus x squared. All right, open up the bracket. So we will have 7,200x minus 240x squared plus 2x cubed. So isn't it the same as the one given? Let's rearrange it. 2x cubed minus 240x squared plus 7,200x. So we have just shown. Okay, this is part A. And part B, it is known that x varies. That means x keep changing. We have to find the value for of x for which v will have a stationary value. And we have to determine the nature of the stationary value. So how do we do? Stationary value, or in other words, turning point. V has turning point when dv by dx equals to 0. So let's differentiate the v with respect to x. So we have 6x squared minus 480x plus 7,200 equals to 0. And let's factorize with divide everything by 6. So we have x squared minus 80x and then plus 1,200 equals to 0. And let's factorize this. We have x minus 20 and x minus 60 equals to 0. So over here, we have two values of x, but the question says find the value of x, single x. All right, therefore, we shall take x equals to 20, and then we reject x equals to 60. Why? If we substitute x equals to 60 in, all right, 60 minus 60, we can't even form the scoop-like container. So it is impossible to have x equals to 60, even though x equals to 60 is the minimum value, but we want something to have the volume. So we reject x equals to 60 as v can never be 0. All right, so when x equals to 20, this is the one that we want. So what is the nature of the v? Okay, So let's find the V value in. So we shall take 120 minus 2 times 20 minus 40, and 60 minus 20, 40, and then times with 20. So we have 80 times 40 times with 20, 64,000, all right, cm cubic. So we have the stationary value is 64,000, but we have to determine the nature of this stationary value. So how do we determine? We have to differentiate the V one more time. So dx2. So when this is the first derivative, so we continue to differentiate it. That is 12x minus 480. And therefore, let's check. When x equals to 20, our second order of derivative equivalent to 12 times 20, we have 240 minus 480. So from here, we know that it's less than 0. When it is less than 0, set base. And therefore, we can make a conclusion that V maximum, that is 64,000 cm cube, when x equals to 20. That's it.